Heyo, it's WWD, and this is going to be a video about crested geckos. This is barren wasteland and dirty tank is my crested gecko tank. While I was gone, all the plants died, so we're going to try some new plants in here and experiment a little bit. But this is their tank right now, and we're going to transform it into a wonderful jungle ecosystem. So this big boy right here, he was actually my first gecko ever, and this is Garcia, named after Jerry Garcia from the Grateful Dead. If all my deadheads out there, give me a woo! And then this is Gretchen or Gertrude. I don't know what one it is because my wife named it, but she's our female. Yes, both my crested geckos got tails, but yes, this is their tank, and we're gonna transform it into a magnificent setup here in a second. So we're gonna clean the glass first and add some new dirt and set up the plants and add some more stems in there. So stay tuned, and there will be also a lot of information about crested geckos, or as much as I can give you. So let's get to it. Yeah! Well, it's the next morning. Good morning. So crested geckos are a New Caledonian species, one of many in the pet trade. So we're going to start here by cleaning this top layer of soil off, because that's where all the poop is. As you can see, there's a bunch of poop. I will be getting isopods at the next show to put in here, and I have a couple of rocks so they can hide and reproduce. Crested geckos are nocturnal animals, so they're going to be sleeping the whole time. They usually only come out at night, just like many other New Caledonian species. But let me get this top layer of soil off and we'll go to the next part. Yeah. Clean, clean, clean. Look at that surface. So crested geckos are a very hardy species. They live about 15 to 20 years. There is a gargoyle gecko that supposedly is the first import that's 34 to 35 years old. So if you take real good care of them, they can live longer. So we're going to be putting plants in first, and then we'll be doing the glass later. So we'll be putting a plant here up front, and then one more right in the center area, and then I'm gonna add some more twigs and stuff. This tank is about 8 years old. Has not always looked barren, though. I've gone through a lot of transformations with it. Garcia, since we're talking about age, is about 8 or 9 years old, and like I said, he is way up here, but he was my first gecko reptile besides a tortoise ever. And then this little girl here is about 4 or 5. So they live really good lives, and they're very hardy for first-time pets, and we'll go over some more of that stuff up in the next clip after I'm done planting the plants. Well, we got 1 in out of 3. So this is King Tut grass, and it's an ornamental grass, non-toxic to animals. I screwed up there a little bit. It'll look a lot better afterwards. I know it's kind of sticking out, but I'm gonna add a new layer of soil in for nutrients and stuff, and then the leaf litter and stuff like I talked about before. So I'm trying this grass because crested geckos destroy plants like no other. One of the biggest destroying animals I've had. Like, they're like miniature monitor killing plant animals. So I'm gonna try this stuff because it's very hardy, and since they live in somewhat grasslands over in New Caledonia, I'm gonna try this stuff out. So I've said this before, but in the reptile hobby, you gotta experiment. Obviously not hurting your animals, but experiment with their enclosures and stuff and see what they like, because you might not be doing something right, and if you change a couple of things, you can be doing it better. So that's why I'm going to try this grass out. It has a lot of good hiding areas, so they can curl up in there and go to sleep during the day, and it'll give them a lot more enrichment from the other types of plants that I put in here, and it should grow up and then out, so it'll be more like a canopy as well. This plant is really good at trimming and growing back, since it is a type of grass, and it's not as you can pull on it and stuff, and it's not going to cut your fingers up. so that's why I picked it. But we're gonna put 2 more over here and then add the dirt in, and then I guess I'll talk about temperatures while I'm adding the other 2 plants in. Oh, looky, I woke her up. So she's already checking it out, but here's what it looks with all 3 of them. And like I said, they'll grow and make like a canopy. I also forgot to add that somehow when I bought this tank, there is a house gecko. You can see his little eye right there. But I have a house gecko in here as well, and they live peacefully with the Crested Geckos, and he's pretty chill. I've had him for 8 years or 9 years because I got him with the tank, or honestly I don't even know how I got him, but yeah, he lives in here with the 2 Crested Geckos, but he's like 8 or 9 years old as well, which is 4 to 5 years older than house geckos are supposed to live. So this is what we're looking at right now. I'm gonna add some dirt, and she's enjoying it so far, so that's a good thing. I'm super excited, but I think it's gonna look amazing after I'm fully done with it. This little girl woke up and she's already exploring her new plants. Look at her lick off the water after I cleaned them, and she seems like she's super happy, and I'm super happy she likes them already. So today we're going to be using indoor potting mix and orchid potting mix. This stuff's just going to be a little layer on top for the isopods, and this stuff I use in all my cages because most of the plants that are in the cages are indoor plants. So this doesn't have any extra chemicals or minerals in it, so it's non-harmful to the reptiles. The temperature of Crested Geckos is anywhere from 70 to 85 degrees, but I've had some winters when the power went out and stuff, and we got down to like, oh, she's trying to eat it. That's kind of weird. But we had temperatures where it went down to 65 to 60, and they're still out cruising around and eating and stuff. So it varies, but they usually don't need a UVB bulb unless you're trying to cycle day and night schedule on them, because they're usually sleeping during the day and come out at night, so they barely ever see the sun. So that's some fun, interesting facts if you're wanting to get into Crested Geckos. Also, they usually only need room temperature, so you can just set them in a corner, and if you keep your room anywhere from 70 to 80 degrees, they'll be super comfortable and live a happy life. Look at that curious little Crested Gecko. Okay, here's our finished product here. Got the extra dirt, got the oak leaves in there, got the plants and a new stem in there so they have enrichment. I think it's looking pretty nice. Oh, here she goes. She's gonna go investigate. So you might be asking, why do I have 2 stones in here? So one reason I have the stones, I got this lava stone back here. That one is for shed, so if they get any stuck shed, they can rub up against it just like a snake or any other reptile does when they have shed, and then this will help them get the shed off. And then this rock, whoa, zoomed in way too close, dang. This rock over here is for water. So when I spray their tank down, obviously they get water from the plants and stuff, but obviously gravity pushes it down. So this creates a nice little puddle on top where if they don't get water while it's falling down, they'll get it when it's sitting on this rock. So that's why I put rocks in my Crested Gecko tank. But this is looking pretty phenomenal, and I think it is better than before. What do you guys think? Put down in the comments below if you like what you see. So Crested Geckos and these geckos, day geckos, basically any gecko, honestly, that has pads and can climb up the glass and stuff, loves crapping on the side of glass and on the front of glass for some reason. So we're gonna take care of that next and shut this up and go into extra facts on Crested Geckos, and that'll be it for the video. So stay here with me and I'll get the glass cleaned and show you the final product. I cut my hair and shaved my face, so I'm a whole new WWD. But I have a very big project coming up, and that'll hopefully be the next video. It's going to be amazing, and I hope you guys stay tuned for that, because it's going to be one of the biggest bioactive and eco-friendly builds I have done. So stay tuned for that. That won't be released for a while. And I hope you guys like this video. I'm about to hit you with some knowledge, and hope you guys like all the facts I'm about to drop on you, and hope you guys enjoy the video. Comment down below if you have any questions about what I did or how I did it, or if you guys have any more facts about Crested Geckos, because I also enjoy learning a lot about reptiles and always want to make myself a better keeper. So until next time, WWD out. Woo! It's fact time, baby. Let's learn some facts about the Crested Gecko. Known as a eyelash gecko, or as scientists call them, Corhelius sotileus. I probably butchered that very badly. When a crested gecko loses its tail, it does not grow back. It's one of the only species of lizards that does this. When it loses its tail, it turns into a frog butt. Their diet is very interesting. They can eat crickets and dubia roaches, but they can also eat low oxalic, hopefully I said it right, fruits. And there also is a powder that you can mix with water from Pangea that they can eat that copies the nectar that they eat out in the wild. They have thousands of little hair-like structures on the bottom of their feet called setae that help them climb glass and smooth objects like you saw in the video. Right now there is only 12 to 15 confirmed morphs of crested geckos, so get out there and make some more gecko babies and make good morphs. There is 9,372 confirmed Caledonian gecko species, and they all live on a chain of islands smaller than Hawaii.